So, SCUF finally made a controller with Hall of Fed joysticks. And this controller is a wire controller that works on Xbox and performs pretty well. Let's talk about it. Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Nappy Century here, and here is the unboxing portion of the SCUF Valor Pro wire controller. So as you see, this is the wired Pro Xbox controller made by SCUF themselves, and I believe that this is SCUF's first Hall effect controller that they have made ever. Not even the none of their SCUF controllers really have Hall effect joysticks, and this is the very first one. So cool thing about this wire controller is that it has 4 programmable back buttons. Apparently you can change out the faceplate, which I know you could do with some of their other controllers. They also got instant triggers. Looks like got non-slip performance grip, audio control system. Already said the Hall effect joysticks, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. But without further ado, let's actually unbox this thing and see if SCUF actually made a decent controller. One of the cool things about this controller is I heard this controller goes on for about 100 USD, which makes this a pro budget controller. So let's look at this. Safety and warranty information. All right, what's the warranty for? Let's see, wait. I mean, if I can open this up. How long is my warranty? 1 year limited warranty. Yep, 1 year limited warranty right here. So, all right, so the controller comes with a 1 year limited warranty. Of course, you get the USB A to USB-C cable, which nice, thick, braided cable, which is cool. What the hell is in here? I'm curious. I've never seen this before. Huh, that's interesting. Left and right paddles. Probably to replace the programmable buttons if you want to just have 2 programmable buttons instead of 4, but yeah, I got this. Got the dome joysticks, same as all the other SCUF controllers. Take this out. And hold on, we got the controller itself. Let's see if there's anything else in the box before I move this box out of the way. Nothing else in the box. Can move this out the way. And here we have the controller right here. First thing I have to say is holding this in my hands. The controller actually feels nice, very comfortable to hold in the hands. I love this like texture. There's like a soft shell texture on the top with this rubberized like grip with this texture on the bottom of it, like this ripple little hexagon thing. It feels really nice. The joysticks, they're basically the basic SCUF joysticks. So if you have used SCUF controllers before, the concave joysticks are pretty much the same. That is disappointing. I was hoping that ABXY would be mechanical clicks, but it's not. It's just regular buttons. But it's not a bad thing that they're membrane buttons. It's just I kind of wish they were not membrane buttons or mechanical. But hey, it's not a bad thing. I mean, everyone has their own personal preference. Joysticks roll very well. Love the anti-friction rings. Everything works fine. D-pad feels nice, and the fact that I got the circle and I can, it's good. I like it. Looks like you got something at the bottom. I don't know what this is for. It's like 2 gear wheels right here. I see SC1 and one says SC2. Maybe one can control the volume of your like headphone jack and one can control the volume of your TV. I'm not sure, but it's really cool. It's interesting. I also got the headphone jack right here. All right, let's look at the back of this controller. So this controller has 4 programmable buttons, and I think that this is what these are for. So it looks like that they got this little concave like right here where you can possibly pop it out. Probably should not use a kunai for this, but yep, got it. Yep, so you can pop this out and then you can put this in, and basically what it does is it will turn your controller from having 4 programmable buttons to like 2 programmable buttons. I actually like this. Yep, it comes on and now it's just a regular pad. But for me, you know, I like 4 programmable buttons because I like the more back buttons, the better for me. And I think that 4 is that premium feel. You know, I always gotta keep my hand on that right joystick at all times. Yeah, works out pretty well. And looks like we got trigger stoppers right here. So we have a full squeeze and what? We got mechanical trigger stoppers. All right, SCUF, you did something good. Mechanical trigger stoppers, I like that. So full squeeze, mechanical trigger stoppers. That's what I'm talking about. And it looks like right here you got a profile button. So yeah, this is pretty much the SCUF. This is the SCUF controller right here with a SCUF Valor Pro. I have to say, holding this in my hands for the first time, I have to say I really do like this controller. Even for a wire controller going for 100 USD, it seems nice. I'm just curious. Let's see, can I take this? Yep. And they say that there's apparently going to be more faceplates for this SCUF controller, so definitely when I get a chance to get my hands on it, I will. Let's see, wait a second. These are they are Hall effect joysticks. Look a little weird for Hall effect joysticks, but yeah, these are Hall effect potentiometers. So that's a good play too. So, but yeah, now that I got my hands on this controller, joystick latency test, input latency test, and play some games and try to figure out all the configurations for this controller. So yeah, I'm actually really excited for this controller. I think SCUF finally made a decent Xbox Pro controller for 100 USD, which this may be the best budget controller you can get for your Xbox, but we will see. Without further ado, let's move along with this video.
All right, guys, so here we are at Gamepad Tester. As you see, I have the controller hooked up with all the buttons working perfectly fine. Even got the trigger stoppers that actually are working really well. If I could start them. Here we go. Starting them. Yep. The trigger stoppers with the mechanical keys. Man, these feels really nice. I like these. But without further ado, let's do a joystick accuracy test on this controller. So we're going to click on the test circularity. And let's do one slow spin around. Okay, can I knock this any further? Wait, 13.2, can I get this? Oh, 13.3, can I get this other one to 13.3? Come on, 13.3 on both of them, okay. So it looks like there's an average error rate, oh, 13.4. Can I get this on 13.4? Come on. Actually, no, I don't think I can get this to 13.4, so actually looking at this right now, I can see like the average error rate of 13 point, yep, got the other one 13.4. So looks like it hits an error rate of 13.4, but even though that this has like a big error rate, if you actually look at this, it looks like that the joysticks are actually like configured to more of a box type of circularity, which is pretty evened out going around. So I wouldn't be too concerned about this error rate for these joysticks. This is actually really good as long as it's like even out around all the edges. That's what you're actually looking for as far as the joystick accuracy. So even though the error rate says 13.4, these joysticks are like kind of configured to more so of the like box layout for the joysticks. But without further ado, let's do a input latency test on this controller. All right, guys, so here we are next input tester, and we're going to actually test the input latency of this controller. I am really hoping that this controller has a 1 millisecond input latency. Please have a 1 millisecond input latency. That would be really cool. This controller does. But without further ado, let's test the input latency of this controller. Please be 1 millisecond input latency. And here we go. All right, I see a lot of threes, a lot of threes, a lot of threes. All right, so not 1 millisecond input latency, a little disappointed, but it's okay. Actually, looking at this controller, got an average input latency of 3.88 with a polling rate of 258 hertz. There's no outliers whatsoever, and looking at all these numbers, I have to say that these numbers are extremely tight. So yeah, this controller is a 4 millisecond input latency, and that's actually really good for this controller. And it's not like everybody has their Xbox hooked up to like a 1 millisecond response monitor anyway. So 4 milliseconds is actually really good for this controller. All All right, let's get into the features of this controller. All right, guys, real quick, the first thing I want to show you guys is how to switch between the profiles on this controller. So believe it or not, this controller can store up to 3 different profiles for these back buttons right here. So this button right here is a profile button. This is how you switch between the 3. So if you push it, you notice that the LED will switch from like green to blue to red to indicate which each profile. Now this controller does come with all of its controllers pre-configured with all of the profiles. I have to say, like, the blue one's my favorite one because this one is configured perfectly for FPS games. And the green and red are just programmed in their own special unique way as well. But that's how you flip between the 3 profiles on this controller. Alright guys, real quick, I'm going to show you guys how to program one of the 4 programmable back buttons on this controller. It's actually really easy to do. So what you want to do is actually hold the profile button for about 2 to 3 seconds. Once you see that this LED is blinking, you actually want to hit the back button and the corresponding button at the exact same time. For me, I'm just going to hit this back button and hit Y at the same time. Oh wait, I took too long. Alright, let's do that again. Alright, hold the button. There we go. Once you hit the button at the same time, then you want to hit the profile button. And as you see, that's how you program the programmable back button to whatever button you want to do on this controller. Alright, so I've been using this controller for all of 3 days, and here are my thoughts on this controller. Overall, I would like to say that this controller is a great budget-friendly pro controller if you are an Xbox player. I love the fact that this controller comes pre-configured out of the box with the 3 different profiles, with the shooting profile, the racing profile, and the sports profile. The profiles are already set up to the way that you need to, and that the fact that this controller is easy to program if you want to switch any of the back buttons up. I also like the fact that you can take off like the 2 covers on the 2 middle back buttons and swap them out to make it where if you want to just have 2 programmable buttons, 3 programmable buttons, or 4 programmable buttons, it gives you that option, which I think is really cool. The trigger stoppers on this controller, I love the trigger stoppers. I love the fact that when you activate the trigger stoppers, that it turns them into mechanical clicks, which just feels satisfying to press when you're playing like FPS games or any other games that require that quick trigger input. With that being said, I also like the fact that the controller does come with the ability to control the volumes of your mic and of your games when playing on your Xbox. Now, for me as a PC player, unfortunately, I won't be able to take advantage of those features because, again, I'm a PC player, but that is a really good thing that Xbox players have the ability to control their volume when they're talking on the mic or when they're playing their games. It's one of those underrated features that I personally don't really need because I'm a PC player, but for Xbox players, I know they will enjoy it, and it works pretty well. If I were to give this controller a rating from 1 through 10, I know that I only got this controller for about 3 days, and I kind of wanted to get this review out. So a first impressions review for a controller with a decent input latency, the joystick accuracy is pretty good. This controller hits like a solid 8 out of 10. If you are somebody that's looking for a budget pro controller for your Xbox, then I can definitely recommend this controller. Now for PC players, you guys already know that we got some of the better controllers out there for PC that are around the same price point or some even lower than this price point. But for Xbox players, I can definitely recommend this SCUF Valor Pro controller for you guys. And it is honestly a great controller, and SCUF really did a good job making a great wire controller for you Xbox players. So with that being said, those are my thoughts on the SCUF Valor Pro controller. Alright guys, that is it for this video. If you found this video helpful, you should do me a favor and like this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel to let you guys know when I upload another controller review. Now I know for you Xbox players, I am a PC gamer, but you never know. There may be some controllers that I may be reviewing that are able to work on Xbox as well as PC, which is a good reason why you should subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, so that way you guys will be notified of my next controller review. And then until then, I will see you guys next time. Peace.